in terms of content to read, it's always there. The challenge is how to read that, with what approach, with what focus, and that is where the entire difference is. And I'll show you some data, some numbers. I'll show you some of the surveys we have done. I keep doing that. Once students qualify, hi all of you online. Can you all hear me? Online students, can you all hear me? Yes? Okay, fine. I'm streaming fine. So formally starting the session. Yeah, all good. Mehekdeep, it'll take me 2 more days for that. We'll be done, don't worry. Can you check if you have gone online? Acha. Bhavani, good afternoon. Bhavani, can you hear me? Am I streaming fine? Yeah, good afternoon. Just ensuring all of you are engaging. No, I've not started yet. I was just having a quick conversation. So I said I'll start exactly at 12. We'll start at 12. Okay, fine. Okay, Ali Muhammad, Shikha, Ekta, Keshav, Mohini, Charu. Okay, fine. So welcome all of you. Some of you are not my students directly. You are part of the workshop online. Introduce myself. I'm Shabbir from Edukemy here. So today's session, I'm not teaching anything to you. We'll have some engagement, some conversations. And the whole idea is that I would like you to appreciate and get educated on the process of preparation. To know, hi Srishti, to know how the preparation should be done. And I'm focusing on prelims. My target is 2024 prelims, but there are some of you who are preparing for 25, and we call you deliberately. Because if you can learn the process earlier, the better. Many of you learn the process very late. In fact, I've been talking to a lot of students last 2-3 days. Quite a few of our students have got interview call. And many of them have got a call after 2nd attempt, 3rd attempt, 4th attempt. This morning I met 2 of them. Okay, 1 3rd attempt, 1 4th attempt. And I asked them the same thing. Why did it take you so much time? And the general answers are, sir, in the first attempt or the first 1 or 2 years, we did not know what to do. And even if we knew, we did not have faith in that. And that conviction, yes, this is the method to go after. So when I asked them, tell me what will you change if you had a chance to start again, they said all the right things. कि first year में हम ये सब कर लेते तो पहले attempt में if not get selected, we would have got interview call at least. At least you'll not be trapped in the prelim cycle. Okay? So today's approach, I'm discussing prelims today, and I'm focusing on 2024 attempt, but all of you who are in 25 cycle also make some notes, jottings, and accordingly, it's all about the mind thing, to know that this is what works. So I'll suggest keep a pen paper with you and jot down whatever is relevant for you. It's not a notes, but jot down whatever you think it makes sense to you. Okay? We'll start off with some storytelling, engagement, and end of the session, if time permits and you all are game, I would like to demonstrate one with a small test also. Not that it's a pass-fail thing. Okay, so we'll see what we can do. Okay, then we're starting off here. do you all know this guy? Yeah? How many of you know this man? I thought all of you should know this man. I mean, it shows the cricketer of India. Okay, so not all of you know him, but some of you, yes, Anand, you're right. Joginder Sharma, and I think this is a remarkable photograph he will preserve all his life. Of course, now he's kind of retired. He's in the police service now. He got for the sports quota probably. Yes, the last over match, right. T20 2007 World Cup. The first T20 World Cup, and India won that. And the drama was in the last over. Last over, Pakistan-India match, the dream final for any match for cricket. And Pakistan, Misbah-ul Haq was on song, and they finally win. India wins, and I think Dhoni comes of age in that. Okay, and I remember, because I'm a very avid fan of cricket. I mean, lately I have got a bit distracted with other work, okay, class and all of that. Otherwise, cricket is, I remember it was, I think, 16th over. 16th over, Irfan Pathan had bowled, and he gave away, a couple of runs, 1 wicket. His average was outstanding. 4 overs, he gave, I think, 19 odd runs with 3 wickets, Irfan Pathan. And Pakistan needed, I think, 50 odd runs with 3 wickets at hand. And another 4 overs to go. Okay, so after Pathan, they called in Harbhajan Singh. And Harbhajan Singh, a spinner, he was doing well. But Harbhajan Singh, in the next over, was hit for 19 runs. I remember 19 because had it been 23, 1 more 4, it would have been a kind of record. 19 runs, Misbah-ul Haq had hit him very bad. Yes, he leaked runs. So now the problem was, yes, Vishalakshi, we are doing that. Okay, he's asking me, sir, today's session, I'm trying to explain something. Listen to this first. So last 3 overs, they had a choice. 1 over left of R.P. Singh, I think 1 over left of Srishant, and Harbhajan Singh was also 1 more over. Okay, so the 16th over was a bad over, and then they had to bring in Srishant, because R.P. Singh was bowling very, very well. So they wanted to keep R.P. Singh for the 19th or 20th over. They got Srishant in. Okay, Srishant took a wicket. Last 2 overs, they had 2 more wickets to go and about 30 odd runs. R.P. Singh was at his good form. So 19th over, R.P. Singh, again he gave only 7 runs. Last over was a challenge. Last over, it was either Joginder Singh or it was Harbhajan Singh. Joginder Singh had bowled 3 overs. He had done well, but he was a newcomer. And Harbhajan Singh was already hit in the 16th over. And they had a huddle. Okay, and finally decided for Joginder Singh. And this man took a wicket and the game was over. What I'm saying to all of you is, when we look at these matches, even this match, the World Cup that went off right now, winning and losing is not same as talent and ability. If you ask me in terms of ability, talent, I think India was remarkable in the last World Cup. I have not seen in my World Cup watching history, I have not seen India perform so powerfully. Okay, I mean, it was like a lethal machine. Okay, हम जाएंगे 5 लोग इतना रन करके आ जाएंगे. One guy will hit, one will anchor. The bowling starts off. Bumrah unsettles them. Again, then Shami comes in and cleans them up. Ekdam clockwork precision. But ultimately, India lost. And the same thing, if you look at the other World Cups also, the winning and losing, ability matters, talent matters. But what also matters is how you plan your entire sessions. So this match mein, Joginder Singh coming in was a very strategic decision. It's not a random one. Yeah, tu le le. And in last over mein, they had a meeting. Harbhajan Singh was given the ball. He said, "Kya mujhe mat do." Because Misbah has hit me for sixes. He's very confident now. Last over mein, I think they required 12 or 16 runs chahiye tha inko. Last over. And all others are over. RP Singh was a good ball, but he was over in the 19th over. It was a very planned decision. And they won the match. So if I compare, again, this is a story there. These two teams, this is West Indies, Australia. A classic difference of a flamboyance. These are flamboyant players. If you see West Indian batting or bowling, game ke pehle dance, game ke baad mein dance. Okay, they have their own signature moves. Okay, it's fun watching them. It's like what Brazil is for World Cup football, or India for cricket. We say very flamboyant. You love watching them. And these guys are clinical, ruthless, calculated numbers. What is Germany for football? Okay, Australia is for cricket. What is Spain for football? Again, a beautiful game that they play. So there's a difference between flamboyance and consistency. So many of us, we depend on talent. This is talent. Okay, flamboyance, it's an art, it's a skill. But these guys have a method. If you have seen the World Cup, last World Cup match, Australia winning was not wasn't luck actually. Australians had studied every batsman. They knew how they'll get us out. They squeezed the runs completely. The placings, I mean, you can't imagine World Cup match, middle overs mein boundary nahi ho raha hai. Okay, they had studied us. And if you ask me, the turning point was Australia winning against Afghanistan. And the next day I put a message on Twitter also. Go back and check if you are signed with me. I said this could be the turning moment of World Cup of this year. Okay, Maxwell standing there and winning a match that Australia had lost. So they come into the match, final match, Australia with very high confidence and lethal precision. India probably was under too much of a pressure. Okay, it's like we had accepted that we will win. Okay, so flamboyance is zyada important hai, consistency. So your prelims preparation, I want all of you to see this as knowledge is very important. The course that you have done, the notes that you have made, the books that you have read, it's part of knowledge. But this knowledge will not take you the entire distance. The next 3, 4, 5 months you have, it's a strategy thing also. Ki kaise kar rahe ho, kaise nahi kar rahe ho. And support of that, let me give you some studies. Okay, so we'll have some strategy here. I'm sharing one data. I don't know if online guys can see everything or not, but let me read it out. This data I've collected from the students who have qualified are in the service. Okay. Every year I take some survey, what worked for you, because there's no other way of knowing why some people become successful. Yes, Nampa, I can see what you're talking about. Anyways, this is a survey of, and we surveyed quite a few of them. The first one is, by what margin did you clear the prelims cutoff? If you, after results of prelims for our students, tell us by what margin you cleared. For most of them, they will say, very narrow. Okay, 1 mark upar, 2 marks upar, 0.5 upar, and those who didn't qualify, 0.25 didn't qualify. Okay, very narrow miss or very narrow hit. But I asked the guys, those who have cleared the exam finally, look at this. 51%, the green one, say they cleared comfortably with more than 10 marks ka margin. Another 21% say narrowly but 6-10 marks margin. Means almost 70% of those who get ranks, they are not borderline cases. दो अलग data है, okay? One is those who clear prelims, okay, say 15,000 of them give prelims. And I'm sure out of 15,000, okay, safely maybe 10,000 plus, 12,000 plus will say they qualified very narrowly. Then I asked the guys who have cleared and become successful, जो ranks में है, 70% of them are saying, more than that are saying, that they have cleared by more than 6 marks, अच्छा खासा margin है. And I know good number of them who are 20 marks above the cutoff. No matter how tough, and this is the data includes last data also. No matter how tough the prelims paper are, the guys who make it, good number of them are qualifying confidently. Not all of them, of course, there are many of them who have managed narrowly and then they cleared. But this is the data I have. Okay, the second question was, how many mock tests did you attempt for prelims? The maximum number, the green wala part hai, okay, 16 to 30 mock tests. And this red one, they have taken 31 to 50 mock tests. So mock tests, people go crazy after. But it is not that your success is guaranteed by number of tests you take. 30, 40, 50, okay, is the very high mock tests. Most of them say, that's a good number. 37% have said, okay, that they clear with about 16 to 30 mock tests. So have an idea about what they do. And look at this one. When did you start preparing for the prelims examination? Maximum 35 of them, red one, okay, they have said, okay, no, maximum is, okay, this one. One said more than 1 year before, and this one said, okay, 6 months before. So, and less than 3 months are this one. So you look at almost 45-50% are preparing in the last 3, 4, 5 months. So if I ask you 1 year before, I'm sure they would have meant the entire course itself. But nobody prepares 1 year. Last January se koi nahi karta. Most of them are in this range. To tell you that if you guys have joined the course maybe early this year or last year se shuru kar diyo aap log, you are in a good frame. And by now, December, January is a very nice time to start a prelim, because most of them say this, and this includes some of the older qualifiers also, which means across years, 4-5 months is a good amount of time to qualify. Less than 3 months, very less. Ye wo honge who are in service, who have qualified once or twice. Okay, so starting say December, January, Feb, March, April. May mahina chhod do, because it's a different crazy scenario then. So very nice time to begin. So 3 learnings here. People who qualify and get ranks, they never, or they try not to be at the edge. Hota kya hai? If you are at the edge, you may qualify, can't qualify. The speculation of the results, you end up spoiling 1 month of a mains preparation. Pata nahi hoga, nahi hoga, luck chalega, nahi chalega. You're always in turmoil. So if you have a good marks above cutoff, you know कि पक्का होने वाला है, forget about speculation, start the mains. That's a very, very important. 1 month edge is a very good edge, okay, for the mains preparation. Okay, so know this, okay. Now, let's understand cutoff. See, most of us, enter the examination and we don't plan exactly ki how to take a test. We think हमने पढ़ाई कर लिया है. It's like, I have done a very nice study of how to drive a car. Give me a question and I'll tell you car का part क्या है, नहीं है, what acceleration, how to brake, सब पता है. But when I am on a car, ये पढ़ाई काम नहीं आने वाला. What क्या काम आने वाला है? What you have practiced as a part of drawing or as a part of driving. So I'm explaining as a part of driving in the test आपको क्या करना है. Okay? This is the data of last 5 years का prelims cutoff. 2018 cutoff was 98 for the general category. I don't have EWS. The 97 approximately for OBC, 84 SC, and 83 or 84 ST. 1998 cutoff, 2092 cutoff, 21 87 cutoff, and 22 the cutoff was 88. There's not much difference between the general category and the OBC, almost comparable. So cutoff is saal, my guess is it will be in the range of 83, 84, 85, and maybe CSAT will impact quite a bit. So if I ask you all, if you look at the trends here, okay, fine, some of you could be in these categories. In general, what type of cutoff should you target? Okay, 85, 90 types. Okay. इससे कम you always be edge, right? अगर 82 भी cutoff होता है, you must target 90 plus as the marks you should get, correct? Okay, I think the 90 is a very important number for us. I always do the discussion with the 90 cutoff mark for you. 100 will be nice, but not for all of you. If you can, go ahead, but 90 is what I'm targeting. So keeping 90 as our cutoff, okay, as your target. Now this is an equation you all can work on. Ki for 90 cutoff, how much attempts I need and how much question I must get correct. ये formula है. Okay, correct 2 marks, wrong minus 6 marks. Okay, correct minus wrong gives you your. So I can do this. Say cutoff 90 rakho, cutoff is 90. If I attempt 90, how much should be wrong, how much should be right? Cutoff is 90. If I attempt 80, how much of right I must have, how much of wrong I must have? I'll expect कि आप इसको लिख लो. Go back and work. If I keep cutoff as 95 and I attempt 70, how much right I must have, how much wrong I must have? Have an idea of this, okay? Go back and do the calculation. You'll get this. A common question we ask ourselves, sir, kitna attempt kare? How much to leave, how much to attempt? It's always a thing in our minds. Okay? So know this table, all of you. Online, I hope you are keeping pace with me. Okay? So look, keeping 90 cutoff, if 90 attempts, the accuracy required 57. If you reduce the attempts, the accuracy required is higher. 70 में से आपको 51 write करना पड़ेगा. Which do you think is better? Is this line better or is the third line better? Which is you think a better bargain? Or if I attempt even more, if I attempt 95, look, 90 attempt में 57 correct हो जाना चाहिए. 95 attempt में 58 होना चाहिए, correct होना चाहिए. What does this mean? If I attempt more, I can afford to make more mistakes. If you attempt less, your accuracy must be very, very high. We know of students who attempt only 70 attempt करते हैं. Okay, and they get 53 right, but they are very rare people. So this is a learning for us, okay? So if I sum this up, there is one graph I've made here. So on the x-axis I have the question skipped. 100 cutoff अगर है, if I don't skip any question, then I need this type of accuracy. If I skip, okay, 20, आपने 80 attempt किया, accuracy required is 72%. If you skip 30, आपने attempt ही किया है 70, okay, then accuracy required is 82%. So if your attempts are less, the accuracy must be very high. Okay. So this is a box I have for reference. This is on this side, I have the correct answers, 60 correct, 61 correct, 60 correct, 59 correct, और ये marks हैं. Okay. And 60 correct, I get 100 marks. 59 correct, 97.4. ऐसे जाकर 54 correct, 84.24. This is the range of accuracy you must have. But then I say, ये थोड़ा dangerous game है. So this is the right one here, more or less. Have you got the point here? I'm trying to insist on पहले वाला slide. Okay, let me try. Yeah, this slide. ठीक है, Akul? No, they are not Nampa. Okay. आपको लगता है random है. Trust me, there is science, and I'll ask you questions right now. Don't worry, I'll do that for you. ठीक है? There is a science to how you must plan your preparation, and a science to how you must attempt the paper also. Last year, we had some students in our PSP course, and we did the same thing. They came back this year, sir, we understand what you did last time better now. After one attempt, उनको समझ में आया कि अच्छा game ऐसा है. So I'm trying to tell the same game to all of you beforehand. Mindlessly joining test series will not help. You must know कि test का करना क्या है आप लोगों को. Okay, so I'll move on now. So, two learnings from this. What should your target be? I said increase your attempts will increase your chance of qualifying. Anybody attempting below 80, I say बहुत dangerous है. You must have very high accuracy. Okay, that's the slide we had right now. Oops. Yeah. So if you skip 0, accuracy this much. If you skip 20, accuracy 72. If you skip 30, आप सिर्फ 70 attempt कर रहे हो, accuracy is 82% required. Okay, so I hope got the point here. So if you increase your attempts, your chances to qualify becomes better. So now one question to all of you, but I said, don't overdo it. I'll tell you what I mean, don't overdo it. Now watch here, all of you. There are 100 questions in GS, okay? And say we have 3 type of questions, L1, L2, L3. Most of us know what I mean by these terms. L1 are straight questions, which you should know, which is in your notes, which you have read in the books. L3 questions are the applied ones, the tricky ones, the more difficult ones, and the transition ones are the L2 types. Fine? Ideally, what should be the distribution of the questions? Ideally, I'll say 33.33, 33.33, 33.33. Ideal. Okay. 1/3 are very easy questions. 1/3 are very tough questions, 1/3 बीच में. But if I ask you, tell me, ऐसे होता है क्या? When you make a paper, आप क्या करोगे बताओ? What will you do? What will you try to do when you're making a paper? A smart paper, when you frame it, how will you distribute the questions? You will have approximately maybe 10 questions which are very, very tough. This may be, I'm sure, 2-3 are absurd types also. Okay? These are traps types. अगर बच्चा यहाँ फंस रहा है, he is missing something in terms of understanding. and you'll not keep as much as easy. I think most of you will play with in this range. It's like, when I'm teaching something, if I ask all tough questions, you'll get a wrong score. If I ask all easy, okay, I'll again get wrong score of yes, you're right. I mean, इसमें there's no rocket science. आप खुद बैठ देखो. Okay, I think most of you will agree कि 20-25 range में, okay, you'll have L1 questions. 10 questions छोड़ दो आप, which are the unsolvable ones. Remaining questions में, say about 70, okay, or say 75, इस range में, this may be plus something here. Some difficult ones भी यहाँ पर होंगे. So if you look at the breakup, my breakup looks like 20-25 सवाल will be L1 types, L2 plus L3 will be approximately about 55-60 types. Okay, a bit more tougher will be 10 more, and another 10 which I don't expect students will answer this. If I'm designing the paper, okay, इसी में ही होगा, plus or minus questions here, plus or minus questions here. So this is part one part of the question paper, a second part of question paper, a third part of question paper, and a fourth part of question. And the questions are randomly distributed. Okay. Now, when you are a student, or you are a mentor, and the mentor, as a mentor, you know कि paper में there are 4 types of questions asked. What will you tell a child? What he should do? He should do, यार इसको गलत मत करो, right? Think of yourself as a mentor. आप mentor हो, okay, and you're guiding somebody. I'm sure you'll tell him, L1 गलत मत करो. If you make L1 mistake, you're losing a very important mark. And you'll tell him, कि identify these questions and leave them quickly. यहाँ पर फंसने का मतलब है, you will mess up your own confidence. And you'll tell him, कि try playing your game here. Okay? And this exactly happens in the actual paper also. People who qualify, they are those who don't miss this. एक आध mistake, चलो ठीक है, होता है. Any mistake here, आप क्या बोलोगे? It's a silly mistake. Any mistake here could also mean your concepts are wrong. आप confidently you are saying ये right है, और actual wrong answer का मतलब क्या है? Your concepts are wrong. And I can't afford this at all. And remember I said, to qualify, you need to keep target of getting 60 correct or about 50 plus correct. I just gave a breakup right now. 50 plus correct का मतलब है, the 50 can't come from this. It has to come from here. ठीक है? So the crux of this whole thing is, your attempts in the paper has to be very, very wise. Typical thing of cricket. How the batsmen play. The first couple of overs, power play mein, they go very hard. Then they go slow, they consolidate. Then towards slog over, they again go very hard. It's not random hitting, no? Right? So they are pacing their batting. Exactly the way a cricket match is planned. And why? Because most of us are exposed in that type of analogy. Same way, the first 1 hour, you'll have one strategy. Another half an hour, another strategy. You must keep 6-7 minutes for quick checking also. Okay. So if I come back, how to approach a question paper. So one thing you learned, that you cannot play a safe game in the examination hall. I will mark, because the moment we say there's negative marking, what starts springing in our mind is, negative marking hai, I will not take risk. If you cannot take risk, you will never qualify. But you must know which risk to take and at what time of your question paper solving. Okay, so how to approach the question paper? This is a suggested time management for you. Again, please observe that all of this is suggestions, okay? When you are giving a paper, after giving 20, 30 tests, what works for you, you should know very well. I mean, this morning I was talking to one of the students who is in service, who's again got a call. Revenue service में दोबारा call में आया है. Okay, sir, I want to prepare interview again, please help me. Okay? तो ऐसे ही पूछा कि tell me, what is the most important thing that matters in your prelims qualifying? And he said a beautiful thing. He said, self-awareness. I said, what does that mean? The self-awareness about what your strengths are. Self-awareness about how many questions to attempt so that I can clear it. Self-awareness about how much risk to take. And it's a very personal thing. So I said, why are you saying this so emphatically? He says, sir, 4 things impact our self-awareness. One is, in the classroom test time, there are distractions. Any distraction, my focus impacted, my awareness is gone. Or, I found some typical difficult questions and they impact my confidence, again my awareness is gone. Or, I have not done a proper practice about what are my strengths, again awareness gone. So your awareness is very important. Awareness about कि आपका क्या होना चाहिए strategy. Awareness about what are your strengths. Awareness about how much risk you must take at what time of the paper. So I know here on average, if I don't get 50 correct, I am out of the game. Okay? And I have done 1 hour of solving and I can see that I have got only 10 correct. Baki ka pata nahi hai. What will I do now? I have attempted 20 questions. 10 are correct. Okay. Or 80 questions hain. I have got 1 hour time. What will I do? I'll go all out. Because मुझे पता है अब तो मैं out हो जाऊंगा. Confidence if 10 हो रहा है. If I don't score 50, I will be out. Yes, so I will now take more risk. But think of this. I have sat for 1.5 hours. मेरा already 35, 40 हो चुका है correct. Now what will I do now? I said, let me be smart now. मुझे और 10 ही तो चाहिए. So how much to attempt depends on your awareness. How is your paper panning off? And I'm a good student, worked hard, lot of practice. Within the first 20 minutes पता चल गया यार ये paper बहुत tough है. Okay? If I'm aware of that, now what I'll do is, a tough paper, last time cutoff was 82, 83, 84, where, okay, I had to attempt 60. Itna tough paper hai, I'll do one thing. Okay, I will try getting 80 correct. I will not target 90 anymore. This is what is called as strategizing. It is not simply, sir, मैंने revise किया है, I want to score. Awareness about how much you should go for. And this comes only as a part of, again the guy said, muscle memory. आप इतने बार कर लो strategy कर लो. When you see a paper, it's like an automatic thing how you plan it. And believe me, the guys who qualify, they are capable of all of these things. Some of the very good students, they won't qualify in the first attempt because they do not know this. And whenever they're qualifying, they know this. We had one session last year, last year we had a session with 3-4 of my students who had qualified. One of them said, sir, I don't attempt more than 85. The other girl said, sir, I attempt 100. दो अलग strategy है ना? Okay. Why 100? She explained very well. Other guy, why only 85? He said, मुझे पता है इतना right होने वाला है. I'll get it right. Yes, Kiran, you were part of that session, correct. So these are suggestions to you. But know that there's a format. So time management, I say, the first 20 minutes, the next 20 minutes, the next 30 minutes, and the last 20 minutes. First 20 minutes, find all the easy questions and solve quickly. Next 20 minutes, a bit more tougher questions. This 30 minutes are the tough ones, but not ones you must leave. And these ones, you're taking some chance if required. So I say this, some of you can say, no, sir, we'll do 30, maybe 60 and 20 or 30. That's your choice. But have a strategy. And trust me, the strategy will change according to paper's difficulty levels. But for that, you must expose yourself to a good range of question paper. Is it okay, all of you here? So keep this in mind. What is the cutoff you are targeting? One. Number two, what is your strength in terms of sections? Say, मेरा strength polity है, और मैं दिखाई दे रहा है, there are more polity questions. So then I will play to my strength. My strength is polity, and I can't see too many of them. Accordingly, I will try getting defensive maybe in some ways. That's one. Time management. So this is the table that I have made. Okay, and this can vary. This is, okay, the questions. The easiest 20, the moderate 20, the tough 30, the toughest 20, and last 10 I say skip. Okay, and in this, the first 20 minutes, easy questions. In this 20, I will say no errors. At most, चलो एक आध error हो गया तो हो गया. But I will want 100% here. Quickly scan the paper. Or understand, ये जो 20 questions होंगे, they're scattered across the entire paper. You must have an eye for turning the pages quickly and identifying, इसको छोड़ना नहीं है. Okay. The next 30 minutes, you are trying to target, okay, some questions in which you can afford to make some more wrongs. So 20 questions may make 5 mistakes, but try getting 15 right. So 3/4 type of accuracy. The tougher ones, in this I'll say you can afford to make 50% wrong also. Yeah, 50% right, 50% wrong. Okay. The toughest 20, okay, you can afford to make 15 wrong also. Just get 5. If you get 5 correct, it's almost like, okay, break even ho gaya aapka. If you get one more correct here, you have got positive ultimately. 15 by 3 is 5, 5 cancel, 0 marks. If you get one more correct here, you are in the positive. And the last 10 I said, last 10 minutes may scan around, skip जो करना है, and maybe check something. This is a suggested time management, a suggested how to chunk, and every paper it should be designed like this. Some of them tell me, sir, I give lot of tests and I score well, but actual UPSC mein I don't get marks. One reason is the papers you are giving maybe are all here, or maybe the papers you are given उसमें ऐसा divisions नहीं है. Okay, the papers you are giving, maybe the wordings are not like what UPSC has. The last 10, Anubhav, last 10 minutes is skip the 10, you must skip. Right, wrong, इसमें नहीं करेंगे and you leave it. It's almost like you are reviewing the entire question paper. Ideally 10, it can also be 5 minutes, last 6 minutes also. So the first box is don't make any errors. Second box, okay, try to get 3/4 or 1/3 correct. Okay, 2/3 correct. The third one, try getting half correct. Then you're trying to get 1/3 correct. So you're dividing your paper in terms of your accuracy levels. Yes, Mustaqeen, you can do that. You can jot down. And again, I say it's all suggestive. But know that you have to have a process. So accuracy target हमारा है 20, 15, 15, 5. approximately 55 get correct. 20 of the easiest one, don't miss it. 15 of the moderate ones get right. 15 tough ones, and the 5 the toughest ones. If I combine them together, I get this. You must have a time chunking and an accuracy target. You must know, now my time starts for the tough questions. Now my time starts for the toughest ones. Now my time starts the easier ones. So you are planning your test according to difficulty levels and according to the time, chunking also. Absolutely. So these are techniques, remember this. These techniques have to be practiced over 5-6 months. That's why I'm saying, mindlessly joining test series will not help. Test series mein, you must know what to do with the question paper. In the test series, you should know whether the question paper are designed for this type of approach or not. Think of an example where all the questions are the easy ones. First I'll say all of them should be here itself. No errors. If all the questions are tough ones, they probably move towards less accuracy and be careful about your attempts there. But if it's a typical UPSC paper, this is my recommendation. Okay? So, this table is important, and in time you find out what works for you. You find out. Okay, now this is another question. He's asking me, sir, how will I know which was an easy one I should have marked? Now, that is how a question paper must be set. For most of you, you give us the total score. Sir, mera right 25 hai and wrong are 13. Net score is this much. That is a very poor analysis. When you say 25 right hai, my question is, tell me, in the 25, how many of them were the easy ones? How many of them were moderate ones? How many of them were very tough ones? वो बताओ ना मुझे. Sir, मेरा 15 wrong है. I said, tell me, how many of the confident ones you got right and wrong? Until you give that analysis, I will not know. So that depends on how the paper is set. That's why solving a paper is actually a work of 3-4 hours. The actual attempt could be 2 hours. The analysis can take you double the time. And every question paper is worth it. Every question paper, oh yes, okay, Anantu, every year, the format is more or less same. They don't deviate largely from this 20, 60 and types. Every year. But yes, what is easy this year may have looked difficult 4 years ago. वो अलग बात है. Okay, what we rank as must know this year may have been a difficult one 6 years ago. What we rank as tough this year may be easy 5 years from now. But in every paper, you have the divisions. The easy or tough depends on how your preparation is for the present attempt. But generally you qualify, इसी range में होते हैं. Okay? So you need to understand, time, chunking, understand accuracy targets. Now, typically, what should your prelims preparation look like? I'm giving a suggestion to all of you. That's your choice, how you take it. Your week for prelims preparation must have 4-5 components. Okay? So, आपके prelims में, in the prelims preparation, what do you need? One is, all the notes should be done, plus my suggestion is, memorization should be done. And memorization एक ऐसा चीज है, it is never over in one go. I memorize 10 things right now, 15 days के बाद में I would have forgotten half of it. I must again memorize. Okay. I didn't memorize something yesterday, I'll try today. Okay. and 1 month के बाद में new things will come up to memorize. But आपके week schedule में you must have a session or time slotted for memorization also. Generally, I say every memorization should be followed by couple of recalls. So, har din, say I go to bed at 10 o'clock. When I was planning my own day, if I retire at 10 p.m., then at 9 to 10 p.m., I would recall all the work of the whole day. Wake up next day morning, maybe 6 o'clock, 6 से 7 तक, again recall the previous day's work. फिर आपको जो करना है करें. So, day 1, okay, I studied, end of day 1, 1 hour, I will start memorizing, revising whatever I've read. Day 2, whatever I've done here, I'll again repeat here. Okay, then do my daily work. Before going to bed, what I've learned here plus something more, I'll revise and go to sleep. Day 3, what I've done here, I'll again revise here, memorize here, again do daily work, then add up here. So, शाम का काम हर दिन बढ़ेगा. Today I memorized 10 sheets. Tomorrow I have memorized 5 sheets. But revising, I'll revise 10 plus 5. Okay. Third day, so 10 plus 5, I'll revise here. Third day, I have memorized 10 sheets. Ye 10 plus ye 15. Okay. I'll again revise. On the fourth day, it is 10 plus 15, I will revise. It keeps on building. धीरे-धीरे क्या होगा? Some of this will remember, इस जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगा दोबारा. And after maybe 15 days time, I'll again pick up this and see if I've remembered or not. It's a cycle. So in your daily planning, you must have time for notes making, because impossible, your notes are complete. किसी का notes नहीं हुआ होगा, किसी का synopsis नहीं हुआ होगा. Okay, and you must have a slot for memorization. Second, you must have slots for, okay, additional readings. It's impossible. The coachings that you have gone to, they have taught you everything. वो possible ही नहीं है. And you realize क्या इसमें extra पढ़ लेते हैं, इसको extra पढ़ लेते हैं. Some additional readings. A third very important slot is your current affairs. Current affairs start from today itself possible and at least cover 1 year's current affair. Okay, starting from June, July and all of that. ठीक है, current affairs start होना चाहिए. And you must have question solving slots. You must have, okay, slots for question analysis plus a test analysis. So every week, these are the type of work you should do. I'm not saying daily नहीं बोल रहे हैं हम. This is a daily work. Maybe on some days I'll focus on current affairs, weekly twice or thrice, बाकी दिन कुछ और करेंगे. So as a part of daily work, I want notes plus memorization daily work होना चाहिए. Question solving and analysis must also be daily work. Every day, 50 ही सही, 10 question ही सही. Okay. On some days, maybe 100 questions if required. But every day, these two are fixed. Then weekly schedules में, you must have current affairs. On some days, you can have additional readings. And this time I'll suggest, in the weekly calendar, also add some days for CSAT. Okay. Till last year, I would say, focus on CSAT the last maybe 3 or 4 months. But I'll suggest now to do it. इसका भी क्या करना है? CSAT also 2 things are there. One is the concepts of CSAT. Okay, the concepts. Second is, you should develop your mental sharpness. When I say mental sharpness, numbers, addition, subtraction, some logical reasoning questions. You can devote maybe 1 hour in a week to practice some quizzes and puzzles maybe. Like one thing I'll suggest, you can try Sudoku games. They help you in logical reasoning. you can have some time for reading comprehension. So CSAT, the concept itself, say permutation, combination, and whatever questions I need, वो अलग चीज है. Second is, do some of this mental work also. I might know the entire concept, but give me 2 fractions to add, I get trapped. Okay. Please add 87532.145 plus 723.187. And you have got maybe some seconds here. Simple addition. But if you keep on doing this, you will start to get a bit of number comfort. You must memorize the multiplication tables. You must memorize, okay, cube roots of at least, okay, 10, 20, 1 to 20 tak ka. Square roots of 1 to 20. Factorials, 1 factorial, 2 factorial, 3 factorial, 5 factorial, 9 tak, you must have memorized it. So while you know कि 9 factorial is 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 and so on, वो पता है, exact value याद होना चाहिए आपको. So without this, you will struggle, and believe me, the question paper of CSAT will not get any easier. They'll start playing. Okay, they'll start playing with numericals, they'll start playing with logical reasoning, they'll start playing with English comprehension. Okay, no, I will not say CAT level, that's less likely. They might, I'm not saying no, okay, but they will definitely up the ante. So, I mean, see, आप कहाँ से पढ़ोगे अलग बात है, but these are the things as a part of your actual planner. Current affairs work, memorization के लिए you must have a slot here. You must have some slot for your CSAT, not on daily basis, but at least twice or thrice a week. Okay. Having said this, see, what I realize is, what you should do, what you should read, which tests you should take, okay, is not same as the actual reading you are doing, is not same as the actual tests you are taking. Most of us have a problem here. Like, think of your school education. Whatever is taught in the schools, I'm sure most parents can teach their child. Books uthao, science, EVS, mathematics, language, Hindi, class 2 student, class 3 student, forget about 8, 9, 10, 11, chhod do aap. But think of the junior ones. Okay. Whatever is taught in schools, most parents can teach them. फिर बच्चा स्कूल क्यों जाता है? Because even if a parent knows what is to be taught, actual पढ़ाई होती नहीं है. Actual पढ़ाई होती है when you are in a group, you sit down together maybe, and you run as regimen. In your case, most of you are adults in terms of your choices, practices. You need to start actively engaging at this level. So while I tell you, you should do CSAT, you will not do CSAT. You should memorize, you will not memorize. You must practice and analyze your test scores, but आप ये करोगे नहीं. Not that you don't want to do it, there are distractions. There will be some issues of confidence. But this is where the actual game is. So, 2 parts of conversation. One is, you must know what to do, and somewhere, do it for yourself. Classroom में बैठकर, sit down in a reading room, in your room, make a timetable and stick with it. So most people who qualify, they're able to do this at a more sincere level. Okay, fine. So I'm coming to that now. So this is my suggestion. Okay, this is afterwards. Now this one. Typically, I'm talking about the PSP program we have. Okay, the Prelim support program we have. Starting today. Today was the workshop that we had to tell you what we are doing. What we are planning is Sunday live test, proper 100 questions ka test hoga. On Mondays, we have analysis of this. On Mondays, we analyze this, plus do some analysis of the previous year's questions and themes. Some of you have done it. Okay, you can repeat it. Jitna karoge utna acha hai. The more often you see PYQs, what is asked, what is not asked, what themes are repeated, आपको याद हो जाना चाहिए. You look at a question, you should know this question was from 2017 paper. Or this question was 2005 paper. आपको याद हो जाना चाहिए. Okay, so this is one work. Then for Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we will have some routine for you. The routine might include go work in your room, we call that as self-study, or on some days, I'll bring to class where you sit with us and study. Okay, I mean, those who know me, we call that as marathon sessions. और मैराथन सेशन का एक ऑब्जेक्टिव ये है कि जो पढ़ाई करना है आप हमारे साथ करो. आप go home, revise and go to sleep. I've solved a paper, sit with me and make the notes of that. I gave you some facts, class में बैठ के memorize it. Okay, I've given you some things to revise with us. Some books to read with us. Okay, I realized this in the last couple of weeks. In our foundation sessions, we have these workbooks and synopsis, and I realized that when I get out of the scene, आप लोग करते नहीं हो, right? And that's how last two sessions we have had. कि ठीक है हम साथ बैठते हैं, बैठो, you sit down, I sit down, okay, and I'll take you one by one. That's what I call as a marathon practice session. Then every Thursdays you'll have a practice test, a shorter test of 50 questions. By the way, ये दिन भी practice tests होंगे, all surprise tests. आप क्लास में बैठोगे, I'll give you a surprise 20 questions. Give you a surprise 40 questions. Give you a surprise of multiplied, okay, 20 questions multiplication based. We have planned something on those lines. So your test series is actually the live test, the analysis and the practice test. Okay, so you can be part of only test series, or you can be part of this entire, okay, rigorous. I'm a firm believer, you have to have a rigor in your approach. The intensity, the two magic words to qualify are, one I told you is self-awareness. Second is the intensity grind that you need. And grind is not apne time se, aram se. Think of a typical guy getting ready for an Olympics level sports. He will grind himself. Subah sham wahi kar raha hai. Practice, okay, take a break, again practice, take a break, again practice. Okay, so I believe in that approach. I don't know how many of you can keep pace with that, but do it. I mean, I have not seen anybody die because of hard work. Okay, so I'm willing to take some risk there. और अपने पूरे life का, okay, 3, 4, 5 months, okay, is good enough. एक बार डाल दिया ना, you'll not be troubled every year. And those giving in 25, this culture you have start developing from now on. 25 attempt guys, your target must be, I will clear in the 25 year attempt mein, not clear prelims. Okay, your objective must be almost 1 year before you're starting. I'll finish mains, I'll finish answer writing, I'll finish current affairs, optional GS, और 25 prelims से मुझे rank लेके आना है. You must work with that objective. Okay, so this is typical, although I will have some modifications on this. Okay, जिसका class clash कर रहा होगा for whatever reasons, I will let you go, do the class and come back again. Your class, I have a class between 2 to 3. I say, jao, class kare wapas aao. So I have a class at 3 to 4, then go and come back from the class again. If it is a marathon session we are conducting. Okay? So this is our typical weekly schedule. Now what I'm promising practice tests, sectional test, full length tests, and we'll have current affairs test, plus we also will compile current affairs for you. Last time we have done that. Okay, we compiled entire year's current affairs in a live class. Okay, 2 days. So April, June, all compilation in 4 days or 5 days. Then July, August, all compilation in 5 days. September, okay, October, all compilation in 5 days. So 2 days environment, 2 days polity, 1 day economy. That's how we'll divide it. So we'll have some current affairs classes also. And this time I'm starting from your June 23, okay, till your till the month of March, April, we'll have it. Having said this, now note this down. This is the schedule for the coming week. This is valid for those who have joined us, but I will suggest all of you to come. The next class we'll have on 13 December, Wednesday. Today was more like a workshop, okay? But this is the schedule for the month of December. We'll share this with all of you, so you can write the dates, okay? Write down dates with all of you. Today, orientation. Tomorrow is your self-study. Aapko jo padhna hai padhein. The first test is geography. Deliberately I've kept geography because most of you are geography students. So revise whatever you can. 13 December, Wednesday, will start at 2:30 in the afternoon. And onwards we'll see what happens. Yes, I've modified a lot of sessions because of all of this. And like I said, those of you have some other class, आप वो करके वापस आ जाना, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. You'll have a taste of what I mean by prelims marathon. Then Thursday is your first test analysis plus some other exercise. So आप test दे के घर नहीं जाओगे आप यहीं बैठोगे आप. Online guys, you will be logged on with me. Okay, we'll give you a practice test and then you log on with me for some other work. So you have a session on 13 December, session on 14 December, then again you have a session on 17 December, which is a proper sectional test. So this week I have kept this much. Okay, 17 December is your sectional test. Then 18 December is test analysis plus something more. You have a session on 18 December. 19 December, you'll have your first CSAT ka basic session. This is not a course. I'll open this for all the students of Edukemy. Ye course nahi hai, but where we'll train you as a part of some tricks, techniques, some numericals, okay, multiplications, we'll do that. Timings for all of these will be second half, starting 2:30 onwards. Exact slots I will let you know when you are part of the whole process. Okay, so December 19th, CSAT basic practice. 20th we have again a marathon session. So ये marathon sessions जो हैं आपको actual course में नहीं दिखाई देगा. If you look at our actual course, इसमें नहीं लिखा होगा. Okay, because I don't want to promise you as a part of this, because I'll keep it flexible. ठीक है? This is my deliverables. So for the next, okay, December month के लिए, so 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st is again practice test 2. So almost like weekly 3 or 4 days you are with me. 22nd December is 22nd December is again CSAT basic practice session. Okay. 23rd in your room, self-study. 24th is your geography sectional test 2. Yes, Sashi, we'll have a separate CSAT class also, course also. That course will start from January onwards. What I'm trying to do is get you numerically ready for those kind of courses. Okay? It's something like initiation. We'll let you know about that. This, then you have the remaining days. 25th will be, I think this we have to change because of your Christmas. I might change this one, maybe alternate this. Okay. 27th is again marathon. 28th is practice test 3 and so on. So we'll share this to all of you. Online students will put this up on our portal, and those who are our students will share this on the Telegram. We'll give a printout also for all of you. So December month ka I have detailed day by day. Okay. Thereafter we'll see how we can change. I won't discuss that right now, Soumya. Okay. Now, whether you join us or not, this is what you should do. For every test, you write down this point here. Okay. For every test, there are certain outcomes you must focus on. Outcomes kya hota hai? One is, what is your score? Say, I got 80 out of or 200. That's my score. In which maybe X is correct and Y is wrong. This is your score. What I want is, I want an attempt analysis. How many of those questions solved were confident ones? How many of those were smart guess ones? How many of them were blind guess ones? How many silly mistakes you made? Okay. How many smart guesses you should have got right if you had taken some more time? This is your attempt analysis. Third, for every test, you must have a learnings list. What I mean by learning list is, say if I give 100 questions or 50 questions, from the test itself, you will learn some things which is not in your notes, which is not in the books maybe you have read, but every test will give you something or the other. My guess generally is, okay, number of questions into 3 information hota hai har test mein. Agar 50 questions ka test hai, you will get about 150 new informations. Okay. So you must have a learning list. The objective of learning list is, if I give the same test again, I must get 100% marks, and that too all confidently. That's my objective. You give me a test, sir, I did not know any answer, सारा गलत हो गया, negative -30 आ गया, और rank मेरा नीचे दिखाई नहीं दे रहा. Okay, I said no problem. आपको पता नहीं था, ठीक है. Now go back and study the same test again. Go back and analyze again. I'll repeat the same test with same questions again in 2 days time. अब बताओ कितना score है तुम्हारा. If you can do that for 1,000, 2,000 questions, it's a huge learning. 2,000 questions, you multiply into 3, 6,000 new information. And if the tests are well curated, if the tests are well organized and designed, itna enough hota hai qualify karne ke liye. So every test, so I said no, if you're part of MSP, our PSP program, all of this we will do with you. आप क्लास में बैठ के you will do this. So students would you should get their own books. अब बैठो यहीं पर पढ़ाई करो. This time we'll add something more. We also will present with all of you there. Yes, enrich from the tests. और इसको फिर add कर देना अपने notes में. So this is what I mean by test practice. Sulek, that's exactly the point. This is something, if I put a number to it, less than 1% of students do it. they join test series. एक तो most of them will not give the test, and if they give the test, they will not give the test in the test settings. Most of us, you know what we do? Typically what we do is this, बैठ जाएंगे या लेट जाएंगे, ठीक है? Question number 1, okay, choice A, B, C, D, C. Turn the page. अरे D, हाँ, yes, D. ठीक है, ये हो जाता है. Question number 2, again read. A, correct. A, right, fine. Question number 3, okay, C, correct. C, again D. I think it's wrong. Typically, what most of us do, this is not taking a test. This is time pass. For test का मतलब है, take a question paper, time yourself, 1 hour, okay, 50 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, and आदत डाल लो OMR में काम करना है. OMR also takes time. Okay, the test is over, then check the scores. Check the score, काम खत्म नहीं हुआ. Now come back and analyze your paper. So while solving, okay, I will, question number 1, D, and I'll say confident. I'll write C here. Question number 2, B, and I'll write a smart guess. Question number 3, I will leave. Question number 4, I'll mark A and come back and mark here again, confidently I have marked. So after the test, your score is the least important thing for me. The more important are these and this. And this takes time. Generally, जो भी test time होगा ना, into 2 or into 3 will take you time. 2 hours paper can take you 4-5 hours of analysis. And writing this down, every information must be noted and jotted down. ठीक है? As I said, it doesn't matter you are with me or otherwise, but do this as a part of your test outcomes. The score, which is least important for me, I don't even care. ऐसा आपका 0 भी आए, negative आए, I don't care about it. But can you promise me, if I give again, you'll get all of them right confidently. That's our earning. The attempt analysis and the learning list. Okay, so go back here. So this is, you can't all of you see it, but this is typical what we call as the PYQ analysis sheet. All of you will get this. ये आप करोगे, मैं नहीं करूंगा. You will turn last 10 years question paper and write down. Example of polity sheet. How many questions of constitution, preamble, whether they're difficult ones, static ones. This will give you a lot of insights. कि most questions किस type के आते हैं. You will be surprised by what you learn from this. So if every topic has, say, 20 areas to read, questions actually आते हैं 6-7 areas से आते हैं. So revision, you must focus on that. This is one analysis sheet. Okay. This is a matrix I give everybody, but if you're part of our test platform, ये आपको वैसे भी मिल जाएगा. A matrix of confident questions, कितना correct, कितना wrong. Smart guess, how many correct, how many wrong. Blind guess of 2 types. A 2 types का मतलब ये है, say I took a test and I decided कि 10 I will not attempt at all. Remaining 90 say, there are 3-4 questions, I said let me take a blind guess. होता है. Every paper, you'll have some questions, you can't control yourself. Okay, आप लगाओगे तुक्का, मैं लगाओ, ठीक है, let's see what happens. Then the test is over. Now I tell the students, जो बाकी 10 रह गया ना, now try again. Go for some guess on the remaining 10 questions. I call that as blind guess 2. In the exam conditions, maybe you would not have attempted this. But करके देखते हैं क्या होता है. And for many of you realize कि blind guess भी right हो रहा है हमारा, which means what? Okay, you are underconfident. You should have marked, डर के आपने छोड़ दिया था. If you have done this for 10-15 tests, you will know, I can attempt more than 90. Yeah? Very rarely do we actually have a blind guess. In most cases, आप सोच रहे कुछ ना कुछ. So how do you know that? Like say, I am intuitively very smart at economy topics. Even if I do not know, अगर आप मुझे क्वेश्चन दोगे ना, मैं कुछ लगा के I'll mark it and I get those right. And intuitively, I'm not good with maybe geography questions or map questions. How do I know that? I've done that for 15 tests. या geography में नहीं आता मेरा, economy में आता है. तो exam conditions में, if there's economy question, I'll go for it. Geography, I'll go very careful. That is what is known as awareness of your own strengths and weaknesses. For some of you are very good with current affairs. So अगर doubt भी हो रहा है, say go after it because your track tells me आपका right हो जाता है. So this analysis you need for every test. So I'll say test over. Okay, all done. Now remaining 10 का print कर दिखाओ मुझे. You'll write down there. Okay, blind guess 2. You'll mark and then we'll see the scores. Is it okay, all of you? So this is one analysis matrix, and this is something different. Okay, so this is a typical score sheet you have. Like I said, these score sheets as a part of Edukemy आपको मिल जाएगा. Otherwise, you must make your own score sheet, which includes difficulty level of question, confident right or wrong, smart guess right or wrong, blind guess right or wrong, and not attempted कितना है आपका. And then you have a summary here. Okay. So imagine this. You are saying this question I have marked as smart guess. But in my data bank, मैंने tagging किया हुआ है, it's a L1 question. का मतलब क्या है? You get the point here? I am a teacher, my team is experienced. They are saying this question is L1 question. You are saying I'm going for a smart guess and maybe you got it wrong. क्या मतलब होगा इसका? It basically your level is below what we want in your preparation. So start working differently. I am saying it's an L3 question and you are saying, so I marked confident and got it right also. What does this mean? You are a very high level of performance. Keep it up. Who will tell that to you? Okay? So when you take analysis from us, I'll give you what I think are L1, L2, L3, and you must tell me what you think is confident, smart, and blind guess. So it is not about the number of tests you are appearing. It's about how are you analyzing your own test scores. ऐसा analysis अगर आपने 10 में कर दिया ना, you'll know exactly what your strengths are. And believe me, this type of study is actually a self-study. I can only give an environment to all of you. Okay, now time starts, analyze your scores. And let's compare. Time starts, take a blind guess. I'll hurry you on some places, but actually आपको खुद करना पड़ेगा. The insights you drive is more important than the attempts that you make. So like I said, those who don't join me, no problem, but this is a type of sheet you must analyze. So what do you think is difficult, easy, and so on. This is a sample of the learnings from the test. So I just took some students, okay, and he wrote down what all he learned from the test. This is a very big grind work. Okay, tribunals, judiciary, lok adalat, plastics के names यहाँ लिखा हुआ है. Okay, money bill, what is it? Some detail here. Okay, something on the pro tem speaker. So you make your own list of. Okay, so you make your own list of the learnings that you have. ठीक है? A sample of that. Finally, okay, a bit of telling you what we will do. Summary में, the exam strategy, the paper attempt strategy, the method of how to chunk your attempts and questions, and we do this T- plan. आपका test day 10 में है. Before that, what all you should do? We call that as T- plan, and the matrices, the tables you get. Okay. Now, do you know this guy? Anybody? The name is written, but do you know him? Nobody knows? Nobody into English music? Okay, fine. This man is Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers is considered one of the greatest of country music in US. Country music is a bit of, not the regular rock and roll. Yes, correct. Okay. A very famous name. And he wrote a song called as The Gambler. Okay. English songs may, for that matter, any songs, but some of them, I like reading the lyrics. What message are they communicating? So you can go back and look at this song. It's a beautiful song. Or best part is समझ में भी आता है. Okay. Country music has the advantage. You can listen and understand. Okay, because you can make out the words more. They get slow rhythm with guitar. Okay. In fact, Swift Taylor is actually a country music singer who has morphed into a different type genre eventually. Okay? Yeah, Swifties, all of you. Okay, fine. So in this song, I'm reading one passage. The song is Gambler, okay? Now listen to it. He says, as a gambler, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you are sitting at the table. There will be time enough for counting when the deal is done. Stock market, many of us see that as gambling. It is not really. Because of the enormous data that they process, experience they have, they exactly know कब पैसे लगाना है, कब निकालना है, कब hold करना है, and which stocks not to touch. I remember Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, the man died now. He did not invest in any of the new age IPOs. Nykaa, Baiju, in fact, Paytm, Zomato. Okay, he said, I will not invest. They asked him why. He said, because I don't understand the business. And Jhunjhunwala perhaps was India's smartest guy at investments. Right? Okay. So this applied to your question paper and study. You must know which questions to attempt, which ones to leave, which ones to risk, and which ones, okay, absolute no. He says, now every gambler knows that the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away and knowing what to keep. Because every hand is a winner and every hand a loser. Har patta can make you win, every card can make you lose. And the best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. Quiet, peaceful. So very powerful words. So when I was getting ready for the workshop, this is what I want to teach you. That your success will not depend on how much knowledge you have. It's all about which fight to fight, which topic to go after. आपको पढ़ना 1000 चीज है. Which 5 topics you should study? Who will tell you that? The PYQ analysis. Which sections you must not leave? Who will tell that to you? Your own strengths. I have done 30 tests and I know my strength is history culture. I'll go for it. I have done 30 tests and मेरा हमेशा यार economy में फंस जाता है. So I'll go slow on that. So which one to attempt, which to leave? Because see, अगर पेपर मुश्किल है, सबके लिए मुश्किल है. और आसान है, तो सबके लिए आसान है. That's when your game starts becoming different. ठीक है? So fine, that was for this workshop. Now, if you can be patient with me, I want to demonstrate this part of how to solve a paper with all of you. Okay? So without you leaving, can you all take out your mobile phones, please? Online, all of you too. Okay, it'll take you 30-40 minutes and I'm there with you. Okay, I'll guide the process for all of you. Okay, on your mobile phone, whatever desktop you have, go to Edukemy website. Online, all of you please. Go to Edukemy website. Nidhi, now listen. all of this is telling you how you must approach. You don't have to copy the sheets exactly. Have in mind question test, analysis, learning from the test. Okay, so you don't need the sheets actually. Okay, now go to Edukemy website, all of you. Can you confirm, online student, if you have done that? All of you done? Go to event section, events. Click events. There are two events. One is a book launch, which we have planned for 16th. उसके नीचे देखो एक टेस्ट है. Can you scroll down and see? मिला आपको? Okay. Click and log in there, please. All of you, see, it doesn't matter what score you get, but you must know what we are trying to do with you. Edukemy website, go to event section. Okay, there are two events on that. One is a test practice. Mila aapko test practice, all of you? Yeah? Log in there. I think you must put your phone number, whatever. Log in there and do the test on the screen itself. Yeah? Nahi ho raha? Maybe can you help her? And on your own phone if possible. Okay. I mean, if you don't take, that's your choice. Not audible. Are you all with me? Yeah? Managed? नहीं मिला अभी भी आप लोगों को? मिल गया? Yeah, it's a new test. It should have 50 questions in that. Check. Oh, that could be because of the internet thing, maybe. No, log in with a. Or let me ask somebody to help you there. Just a minute. Some problem? Just check, please. Okay, just give us maybe. Yeah. Here. Edukemy.com. Events, scroll down. You have this one, Prelim Support Program Induction. मिला आपको नहीं? You register here.
So if you are already registered, after dashboard, it will show below there. It will be written that please go to your dashboard. So when
Yeah.
you go to the dashboard, you should see a test.
That could be a network thing then.
Anybody who is able to get there,
Who has
dashboard, who has already registered.
who has logged in? Yes. Yeah, okay. So those who have registered, you must go to the dashboard. So maybe the internet connectivity is poor here, इसलिए internet thing. Yes. So those who can access it, you can take your test. 50 questions का test है. Do we have a repeater router here? We can, I don't know. No, there's no pay now, Aman. It's all free there. चलो कोई बात नहीं.
Registered will see this maybe. I think some of you are already here.
The internet. I think we need to put up a router or something here.
Anybody who has a good 4G connection and able to get there.
नहीं होगा. Yeah, maybe that. Fine. The idea was to demonstrate that to you, no problem. My suggestion to all of you is, back in your room, take the test. And every question in our platform has confident, smart guess and blind guess tab also. Okay? You take the test keeping those tab in mind. And then see the analysis of what we give you as an input. Can we show the analysis sheet once? I'll tell them to read their scores. Oh, continue हो रहा है. Okay. It's a connectivity thing here. It's okay then. Nayan, they'll do it in their room, no problem. Fine, you do it at your own convenience, no problem. You'll have a sense of what I mean by the score analysis. Okay? So my objective was I would do that with you. Oh, koi baat nahi, we'll do it some other day. And all of you, I want you to be here. हमने डेट कौन से बोला हुआ है? Wednesday, right? Not tomorrow. Wednesday. Thursday is the practice test. Wednesday is one of those marathons we have, analysis one. Okay. So all of you on Wednesday. Okay. Wednesday, you'll be here with us at 2:30 and revise whatever you can revise for geography. And come here with your books. 2:30 onwards, we'll take you through a process. Yeah, onwards. And the first practice test will be on Thursday. Fine. Fine then, that's about it. Thanks a lot. But do take the test to know what I mean by analysis. Okay, fine. Keshav, if your mains is not done, then you must decide whether you want to give the prelims or not. If yes, stop mains preparation in 1 month time and start off with the prelims now. Soumya, 10:25, not this year. It's working now for some of you? Okay, fine. ओपन हो गया? सबको ओपन हो गया? Guys, can you all check अगर ओपन हो गया तो? Some of them have. I think the network issue was See 4-5 questions, so you'll know what I'm talking about. Those who can, fine, otherwise do back in your room. No problem. Okay then, bye all of you. Bye.
Can you please share video on Telegram?
Sorry?
ये PPT share Telegram पे share कर सकते हैं?
टेलीग्राम में डाल देंगे. ठीक, I'll do that. हो गया. टेस्ट स्कोर ले लिया आपने? हाँ, तो ले लेना उसका. आप टेस्ट खोलो. नीचे जाके अब कर लेना आराम में, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. टेस्ट खोलो. यस. सो solve here and mark here. Say you have marked this confidently.